If you're watching this video, you're probably about to unsubscribe to my channel for multiple reasons. Maybe I don't upload enough. Maybe I change my thumbnails too much. Maybe my content really varies a lot and you're really looking for something more consistent. Or maybe you're new to my channel and you're wondering, why do people unsubscribe? Today, I want to talk about my YouTube and why it's growing backwards and why it's so unsuccessful despite the hard work that I put in. YouTube in 2012, which is roughly 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I was 17. What in the fuck? How is that even possible? No, that is true. 10 years ago, I was 17. I started my YouTube channel January 1st, 2012. I was 16 at this point, and I decided to make Sims videos because Sims was the only game that I could really fully relax with, and I loved it. I quit a few years. I had a video uploaded and I never thought much of it until I came back around 2014 and I realized, holy fuck, people subscribed to me and my video was doing really, really well. Until this day, it's still the video that does well the most, and I'm really, really grateful for this, and I'm really happy that I can help others with that. I just wanted to put that out there. When I started YouTube at 16, I was still in school, and despite that life was pretty hectic, really nothing had happened. I didn't have much responsibilities. I didn't have much stress, like I said. The only things I had to do were internships and other small things related to school. And yeah, YouTube was going great. I was improving with every video. I had a new microphone, I had better quality, things were looking up for my channel and things were growing up. I went from under 1,000 to 3,000 between 2014 and 2017, and that was really the best years for me, really. Yeah, those were the golden years on this channel, right? Then I've always had trouble sticking to a thumbnail, but I always just assumed. I was very picky and I always wanted the best for myself and things to match, so I never thought much of it. And I used to upload 3 times a day, you guys. 3 times a day. Imagine that. 3 times a day. And slowly over the course of a few years it became less and less and less. Yeah, that seems all that. You may think, wow, okay. In all honesty, when I think about uploading less, it's not like I chose to do that. I grew into this habit, and it became apparent to me only a few months ago that my channel has really died out because of my disorder and not because YouTube. YouTube does influence a lot with algorithm, and I understand that that is a big part of it, but I realized, like I said a few months ago, that the way that I am right now is probably the reason people don't really watch my channel and the reason people unsubscribe. Now, if you're still listening to me, I really want to explain this properly, why I honestly cannot have a good, running, successful, growing YouTube channel. Why I cannot have a consistent YouTube channel. Why it's just not working. Why it's just not happening no matter how much I want to. I got diagnosed with avoidant personality disorder. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a disorder where you avoid everything in your life to the extent of almost doing nothing. I'll have a link down below if you want to read about it, which is way easier than for me to explain it, but basically I rather have no confrontation in life, no disappointments, no failures, no embarrassments, absolutely nothing, than doing anything in life that could possibly set me up with those things. And in daily life, over the course of the last 2 years, it's really been growing for the worse because I've been more secluded than ever. I don't have much friends to go out with. I've been faced with a lot of problems because of therapy, that I suddenly had to face all these things that I never did because I had the disorder and I didn't do them because of the disorder. And now that I have the disorder and I have to do those things, I am faced with more struggles and stress from the disorder, because when you're faced with something, it's always harder than when you're not faced with a thing. The disorder stays the same, but if you don't do anything, you can't be faced with anything. And in my case, the only real thing I did was YouTube. And I have noticed with YouTube that is exactly what's been happening. YouTube has been in this downward spiral, and I can of course blame it on YouTube, but it's also partly my fault. If I watch my own videos back, I'm always kind of negative and say something bad about myself, which is not per se something within disorder, but it's definitely something negative. And it's my low self-esteem and my confidence problems. And I have no problems talking about this because I'm not embarrassed about it. And I feel like mental illness is really not something you choose. So whether or not I like it, I have it. So I might as well talk freely about it and don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And like I said, I've always had the thumbnails that were not consistent, and then I had to change them. And that part of it, that failure part of it, was always making me unable to really enjoy things, because I was so obsessed about, oh my god, this thumbnail doesn't match, oh my god, like, oh my god this, oh my god that. Like, it was just stressing me out so much. And then the negativity in the videos on top of, okay, first of all, I know I was talking about the negativity first, but let me just finish the thumbnails. Of course, it's going to be annoying when you have a thumbnail and then next day it's another thumbnail, the next week's another thumbnail, and 20 years ago is another thumbnail, and then when you want to watch the video from 2 years ago, all of a sudden it has a new thumbnail, because the me from now decides that the video from 2 years ago was embarrassing and I need a new thumbnail because it's not good enough. And it's just like a never-ending struggle where it's just never good enough. So that's one of the reasons why I think people leave me, because they are just getting so confused. Like, what is this bitch doing? One day you have a thumbnail like this, next day you have a thumbnail like that. Now it's a thumbnail with no color, because all of a sudden you decide no color is the safest way to go. You know, same with video uploading. It's like, one day you upload an alien, next day you upload Sims, they stop doing anything, then you're doing this, then you're doing that. There's nothing consistent, because I can't convince myself anything I do is good enough. It always has to be something else, because I'm like, oh my god, it's not good enough, you know what I mean? And I to go back to the thing we were talking about first, which is negativity, I feel like if someone in your videos is always saying, oh, I suck, oh, even though it's a joke, I think it influences other people, and I want to express positivity, and I don't, and that's what that's what I want to express the most, positivity in my videos, and I just don't do that. And I can understand why people unsubscribe. And then I think the main part, like I said, is just all of it combined. So I think especially the changes of thumbnails, the changes of videos, the non-consistent uploading, all of that, I am 100% convinced is the reason why my channel is not growing very much. I do appreciate the comments, and I'm always really nice. I comment back on everyone, literally everyone, because I don't get hundreds of comments. I can literally comment back on anyone. And I always love having conversations and trying out new things, and I'm always genuine, and I always try to put a lot of hard work in the videos. But I do realize, you guys, I honestly do realize that my channel is an expression of myself. And the way I am now is literally not influenced, but you can tell how I am by looking at my channel. I am confused, I'm a mess, I'm all over the place. And I have thought long and hard about it, because I don't just want to make a video and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll do better, because I can't promise that. I can't. I have to find something that works for me and that works for everyone, and to do something that is as stress-free as possible, but as well as enjoyable for me. And then I feel almost a disappointment, because I started Alien, for example, because I loved it, and then one person watched it, I'm like, oh fuck, now I have to keep uploading it. Then I stopped uploading it, and I felt bad, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna finish it now, years later. Now I'm stopping it again, because I just cannot do it, because there's just too much, you know? And I try to please everyone, and I try to do everything, but the reality of it is I can't do anything, at least not for long. I have literally a few days of break between everything, because it just becomes so obsessively it becomes an obsession and stressful, and it just needs to be done so perfect that it's just like that's how I feel. I know it's a bit of a long video. You're still free to unsubscribe, of course, but before you do, I would love you to reconsider maybe a little and to stay perhaps a little longer. If anything, I don't know how to fix it. I've been in therapy for 2 years now, and it's hard because it's not like a disorder you get, like anxiety, that just happens overnight. All of a sudden, boom. It's something you're born with, and since it is something I'm born with, it's not easy to fix because it might just be who I am for the rest of my life. And yeah, I don't want to go too deep about this. I didn't want to make a long video, but I'm kind of sick and tired of losing people and then them thinking I'm probably some sort of idiot or some sort of moron, that's the same thing, whatever, some sort of asshole that just never uploads and expects people to just stick around and give me money because I have ads, you know what I mean? I think that I might just go back to doing cast and cast only, and I don't know. I really don't know. In any case, I'm trying, but whatever I'm doing is really just not working for me. But yeah, I don't want any sympathy, like I said, so I'm not gonna make it too mopey, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say that, and yeah, I want to thank you guys for supporting me. Anyway, this channel is going down, like it's going fast, but you know what I mean, it's only YouTube, and if my only source of income dies out, I guess, will my life really change about it? Will my life really change? Maybe a little bit, but I don't have much of a life anyway because of the disorder. I'm pretty like secluded from everything, so I guess the only thing it would do is take my social life away. But let's be real, I don't have any anyway. I don't have any anyway, so okay, anyway, I'm just gonna spend too much time talking about this anyway. I spent too much time already talking about it, so I'm just gonna end this video here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'm like literally trying to finish it real quick now. Yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking with me, and I need to seriously rethink a lot of things, and do whatever it takes for me to find some sort of content in what I do, and in a way to make it something I can do also consistent, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Thank you guys from the ground of my heart so much, and I do not hold any grudges if you do unsubscribe. Of course not, I don't really care. I do care, but I don't care that much, you know what I mean? I completely understand, so yeah. Bye guys. Bye.